Okay, so I need to give you guys an update. A lot has happened in the last couple of days, and I'm honestly, I'm not angry. I'm not even gonna be angry. I'm not even gonna like be upset, just because I know that stress is past to the babies, and so I'm gonna remain calm. I'm gonna be fine. Everything is going to be great. Okay, everything happens for a reason. But I am currently 22 weeks pregnant, and I found out 2 days ago that I have to find a new doctor. Yes. Stop it, Ree. So this will be fun. So I'm gonna fill you guys in on what happened, why my insurance decided that I can no longer see the doctor that I've been seeing since October, and why now all of a sudden I have to find all new care. So like I said, I started seeing my doctor in October. They weren't able to get me until I was 11 weeks pregnant. But in finding my doctor, I was very intentional, right? I had, like, in terms of my birth, I'm very flexible. But in terms of the person who is going to have my life in their hands, I'm not flexible. Not all. And so I really wanted a person of color. I really wanted a woman. And they also needed to deliver at this specific hospital. The hospital that I want to deliver at is in Seattle, about 45 minutes to an hour away. But that's a choice that I have chosen to make. One, because I don't trust none of the hospitals out here, and two, because I was born at this hospital. My sisters were born at this hospital. My nieces and nephews were born at this hospital. It's just family tradition to be born at this hospital, and so that's where I want my kids born. And so I did a lot of research. I researched the different people that deliver at this hospital, different practices, and I decided to go with one that is actually connected to the hospital, because they allow you to do all your scans directly at the hospital. And I don't know, I just liked that cohesion a lot better. Now, before even starting with this program, I called my insurance and I said, hey, this is the OBGYN and this is my doctor's name. Is this going to be covered through my insurance? Because my insurance is weird. And they said yes, like that is a provider in network or whatever, you'll be able to go see that doctor. Great. I talked to my doctor's office and I said, this is my insurance. Do you guys take this insurance? And they said, yes, you are good to go. We take that insurance. And so after I found that out, covered both ends, I called and I scheduled an appointment. And I've been going. No issues. I haven't been getting billed because I'm double covered. And so all this time I'm thinking like everything's good. Like I have multiple appointments scheduled coming up. Like I have just multiple appointments that are just scheduled up over the next couple of weeks, that I have scheduled way in advance because of the fact that it's hard to get in with doctors right now. And so when I was laying in the bathtub and I got a call from a lady named Gwen, and Gwendolyn told me that my insurance is no longer going to be approving me going to my OBGYN, I just about lost it. Because I'm like, what the heck? And what she tells me is, oh yeah, we made a mistake when it came to your insurance. It turns out our office doesn't take your insurance. And I was like, that's so weird, because I called both ends and both of you guys told me that my insurance was taken by your office. And I've been going to your office and gave you my insurance cards and none of you said anything. And she was like, yeah, but it turns out that you're not covered by insurance. Mind you, this is the day before I actually had a doctor's appointment. And so she was calling to let me know, your referral for that doctor's appointment for your twins, we're trying to get it approved, but we don't know if we'll be able to. So you may have to reschedule the appointment. The appointment that I scheduled a month out. And so I was like, okay, whatever. I'll call my insurance. I'll figure out what's going on. And so I did. And then my insurance is like, I don't know what you're talking about. You can't go see that doctor because they're not in coverage. And I was like, I spoke to y'all. But I digress. So turns out the doctor I've been seeing is no longer in network with my insurance. And so they told me that if I continue to go to my doctor, that I will be billed out of pocket and will need to pay for all pocket expenses up until this point. They said in regards to all of the past services that doctor's office has covered, they said if the doctor's office told you that you were covered, then they're at fault. And so she said it's something called doctor's responsibility. I don't know. She said something about the office could be at fault for me having all this care and not checking or like running my insurance correctly or whatever, and allowing me to continue to go. So I'm not really worried about the bills and stuff. Like, honestly, I don't care. But now I'm to the point where they're like, you need to call an in-network provider, you need to schedule this appointment, and there's only one office that you can go to that delivers at the hospital that you want. And so, like, one, that already dwindles everything in terms of like what I can really get done. And then on top of that, I call the office and they're like, oh, we don't know if we can get you in. I said, excuse me, I'm 22 weeks pregnant with twins. I ain't even had an anatomy scan yet. Like, and y'all telling me that you don't know if you can get me in? And so the guy was like, well, we can give you a midwife. Oh, psych, we can't give you a midwife because you're having twins. When I tell you, it took everything in my power not to just like be angry and just, it took everything in my power not to be mad. But I was like, whatever. So he told me he couldn't get a hold of any nurses. He couldn't get a hold of anyone to schedule me an appointment, and that he was going to call me back the next day. So he called me back the next day and was like, he was able to get me in with a nurse because I have to give her my entire history all over again. And that's coming up soon. He was also able to get me in with a doctor in their practice. And I explained like it needs to be a person of color and it needs to be a woman, personal preferences. And I was able to get in with a woman person of color. And so both of theirs are covered. I don't know if I'm gonna like her. If we don't click, I'm gonna just be like, I'm gonna need you to find me a different doctor, because this is the person who, my life is literally gonna be in their hand, my life and my kids' life. And if I don't trust you, if we don't, then it's not gonna work. And so we'll see. I have that appointment with her coming up. And then they were also able to get me in for an anatomy scan. So I also have that appointment coming up. And so they just tried to establish the appointments that I had coming up, essentially, if that makes sense. So they tried to get me in as quickly as possible, and they were able to do that, which I appreciate. But we're just gonna see, because this ain't it. Like, this is not I feel like in just a recent video, I think my 20-week update, I was talking about how everything is going smoothly, how it's been so beautiful, like this pregnancy ain't been like nothing. And now all of a sudden, like, I ain't got no doctor. I ain't got no doctor. And also my doctor's office is still calling, my other one is still calling me about appointments that I have. And I'm like, didn't they communicate with y'all? Like, y'all office is the one that told me that I ain't covered no more, so take my stuff off of there. But I'm good. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not anxious. I am not worried. I know God is going to take care of everything. My mama's losing her mind because she hates my insurance. And so she's like, you go to them, they gonna kill you. But I'm just trying to remain positive. I am working behind the scenes with my kind of like school employees benefits board to see if I can get a special open enrollment in order to file for a continuance of care, since I've been going to this doctor, to see if I can continue. But who even knows? Who even knows? But we shall see. I mean, I'm happy that I still get to deliver. Okay, so here's the positives, right? Because there are some positives to this. I'm happy that I still get to deliver at the hospital that I want to deliver at, that I need to deliver at. I'm also happy because all of my scans can be done closer to my house. Before, when I was getting them done at the hospital, I would have to drive to Seattle for every appointment. But my new place has an office closer to where I live, about 20 minutes down the street. And so my scans are a lot easier for me to be able to get to, and me drive myself to because my husband has work. And so that's a positive. I'm just trying to remain positive, you know? I'm trying, but we'll see. Honestly, we'll see. I don't know how any of this is gonna go, but yeah, this isn't really where I expected to be at 22 weeks pregnant, but here we are. Everything happens for a reason, so I'm glad it was figured out now rather than at the end of my pregnancy and I receive a huge bill for all of the care that I received. And so I'll deal with it. But yeah, I just want to give you guys an update on what's been going on, why I've been pulling my hair out, losing my mind, and just been real frustrated lately. But yeah, it's just, insurance companies suck. Like, I wish I could just go where I want to go and receive the care that I want to receive, but we have certain plans. You're limited, but that's fine. Whatever, we're gonna make it work. But yeah, I really just want to be able to give you guys that update, fill y'all in on what's going on what's up. Yeah. But pray for me, y'all. Pray for me as I meet this new doctor. Pray for me as I go into this appointment. Pray for me as I interact with the new staff at this new place. Pray that I'm able to find the correct fit for me and the boys, and that everything for the rest of this pregnancy just goes smoothly and work out beautifully. So please, please, please keep me in your thoughts, keep me in your prayers, because I ain't gonna be able to get through none of this without y'all. So I definitely love and appreciate each and every one of you guys. But yeah, that's really it for this video. Just want to give you guys a little fill-in on what's been going on. And yeah, hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Ugh. Bye.